Good morning. How was everybody? Happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, happy Merry Christmas, happy New Year, happy every festive holiday that there's going to take place in the next 30 days. I say it to all of you with all the diversity we have here. And to you out there watching this on DVD or on the internet, Merry Christmas, happy Hanukkah to you. Let me see, before I get started here. Oh, the reception after church downstairs in Meyer Hall. This is put on by the board of directors, and there's 12 of them. They're elected for 3-year terms, and they're actually people that work for you. They take your input, and they make sure that the vision and the mission and the policies of this church are upheld. So stop down, take advantage of their hospitality, and tell them thank you for all the good work that they do. A couple of weeks ago, or maybe a month ago, I talked to you about the neutrino, and I talked about this to so many people that some of you have probably heard me say it 4 or 5 times, but the neutrino is a subatomic particle that's recently been discovered. And the thing that's important about it is when the neutrino traveled from Sant'Allo, Italy to Geneva, Italy, a stretch of 457 miles in this little tube, it traveled 60 nanoseconds faster than the speed of light. It was boom. Now, the reason that's important is because by doing that, it proved Einstein's theory of relativity to be wrong. And that means that biology and chemistry and everything else based on that is wrong, or it's not complete, so to speak. By going from Sant'Allo, Italy to Geneva in 60 nanoseconds faster than the speed of light, what that means is it arrived at its destination before it left its departure space. Mind-boggling. Scientists all over the earth called out sham, not true, error. So they recreated the experiment 6,000 times, each coming up with exactly the same result, that yes, indeed, it did move faster than the speed of light. It arrived at its destination before it left its departure place, and the only explanation for that is time travel. The neutrino leaked into the future and then waited for itself to catch up. Honest to God truth. What that means is that as this time travel develops over the next 100 years, 200 years, whatever, people will actually be able to go into the future or go into the past. It's amazing. I gathered a group of people over the week and asked them to write a letter to themselves when they were 16. And imagine that letter could be delivered back in time. So the 16-year-old would get a letter from their adult self and ask, what would you say? What advice would you give? Would you try to change anything that took place? So this morning we're going to hear what they have to say. They're going to come up and read their letters. And I'd like those people who took on this challenge to please come forward now. Good group of people. Jim will put you right here. So I'm very interested to hear what you all have to say. This is going to be exciting. I have one question for the audience. Should we applaud each of them individually or wait till the end and applaud at once? End? Okay. Sorry. Individual applause is great, but unfortunately we're going to wait. Here we go.
Hi, my name is Jim Vaughn, and I took on this challenge because I knew I had the assignment finished. I actually have 2 18-year-old sons who just graduated from high school in May, and I wrote them a letter this May and sent it to them. So this letter is an actual letter to them. Are they here? It's only 11 o'clock. They're probably not up yet. Dear sons, here's your dad's advice for a simple and happy life that will never fail. Love people and tell the truth. Do your best. Respect authority or change what's broken. About money, spend or share 90% of all that you make and save the rest. Use your money to acquire experiences, not stuff. Spend on travel, concerts, education, and thrills. Don't confuse wants with needs. Debt sucks. About sex, Don't do anything that will hurt you, and don't do anything that will hurt someone else. If you love your partner, wear a condom. If you don't, wear two. Decision making, take risks. Face your fears, they aren't real. Don't take life too seriously, but don't do bonehead shit either. Drugs and alcohol won't help. When driving, slow down and pack light. About social interactions, shake hands firmly, look others in the eye, introduce yourself, use your manners always, and when you screw up, apologize. Here's some handy stuff you're going to want to keep around and use: a calendar, a budget, a spot for your wallet, your keys, your phone, and important documents, and your dad's phone number. And finally, love people, tell the truth. I know I repeated that last two, but I put them first and last. That ought to tell you what I think is really important. Love your dad.
To my 16-year-old self, Winnie Wheezy. You know all the things that you're interested in and think about and do that others find quirky or just plain weird? Well, I am here to tell you that those are the very things that make you interesting, that make it possible for you to make a unique contribution, are what you will become known for and why people will admire you. Keep hold of those quirks. They will show you the way to your authentic life. Your wiser self, Winnie Dunn.
I grew up in Australia, so I will speak as clearly as possible so you can understand me. To my 16-year-old self. If I could tell you all the crazy things you're about to do, you would never believe me. Suffice to say, there's a reason for everything. Even if it feels wrong, sad, or confusing at the time, it will all make sense in the end. Stop taking things so personally. People have wounds inside and they react from those wounds. They blurt things out sometimes and they don't mean to. And sometimes the most important people in your life don't know how to say sorry even though they should. Forgive them anyway, because inside they may be hurting and they don't know how to heal. Always wonder what their story could be and love them anyway because they need it. When people hurt you with their words or their actions, remember it's not always about you, sometimes it's about them. It's not always your fault, so stop being paranoid. Some people don't know how to control their feelings or be responsible for their own actions. Just try to be responsible for your own reactions. Stop caring so much about what other people think and say. They're probably not doing that too much anyway. Remember that what they think of you is none of your business. Talk to God and remember to thank Him and not always ask Him for stuff. Be grateful every day for the people and the blessings in your life. There's always something to be grateful for. Be confident and follow your dreams, and don't listen to the naysayers. They're the ones that sit on the sidelines. Believe in yourself and trust in the talents that God gave you. Keep studying and never stop. It's more complicated going back to school when you're older. Believe me, I know. You are smart enough, so don't quit. Invest in real estate as fast as you can. And that guy that you're going to marry in 2 years' time, don't. Be kind to your family. You don't know how long you're going to have them for. Cherish every moment, good and bad. It's part of being alive and human. Learn each lesson well because it will help you become the person you're meant to become. And help as many people as you can. It will be your greatest achievement. Fill your heart with love and peace while helping them. Remember that who you are was God's gift to you, and the person that you become is your gift to God.